Mothers of two missing teenage boys from Akhang Awang Laikai decry government's failure in finding their boys. JSC extends statewide bandh until 1 p.m. of November 11. Condemning government's failure to end Manipur crisis, Thawai Mirel appeals to go on hunger strike instead of celebrating Ningo Chakoba. Ten like-minded political parties all set to launch intense agitations along with public if two missing teenage boys were not found alive. Committee on Tribal Unity, Kotu Sadar Hills announces agitation as 24-hour ultimatum served to relevant authorities to find 4 Kuki Zo people missing from Kangchuk Chingkhong ends. Ansam suspends economic blockade along national highways in view of hardship facing people and assurance from Minister Awangbo Nyumai on behalf of government to fulfill their demands. Two cadres, including Lance Corporal of Kuki National Army (KNA) and outfit under suspension of operation, arrested during joint operations from Yangopopi village, More. And socio-political commentator Chongtham Bizoy demands cancellations of upcoming written exam for recruitment of RIMS MTS. Demands RIMS authority to issue fresh notifications. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Prime Time English Bulletin. I'm BABINA HAJARIMAYUM, bringing the top stories and latest news at this hour. Mothers of two missing teenage boys from Akham Awang Laikai, Imphal West District met an earnest appeal for safe release of their sons on humanitarian ground. They also expressed disappointment over government's failure to shed light into the case even after 5 days of their disappearance. Local stays a sit-in at Akham Awang Laikai today, demanding safe release of the boys. Taking part in the sit-in, mothers of the two teenagers said family members, along with the JSC formed in connections with the missing case, have been urging the governor, chief minister and the titular king of Manipur to find their whereabouts, and they had given their assurance to find the boys. The two mothers said they had trusted the government and didn't carry out any hesitations before, but government has failed to trust them till date. Stating that Maitai community had rescued Kuki civilians and safely handed them over to their respective families. They expressed discontentment that none of the Maitai people abducted by Kuki has been released safely till date. They also appealed for public help in finding their sons.
Sarkada koina thajaba thamaga ngasi bobuda leire ado ngasi bobuda sarkana karigumba amta langla langjin puthokpidrabanina hojikti akoidi JSC de sinajarani akanba khongjang jangjanaba ado aigi ichadi hatakki parikha je thadoini sigi nangnaba aigi ichado tekta kaidana puthokpiu class 10 paikha thadoini masibogi manungda paikha ji nangnaba ichado tekta kaidana puthokpiu chi ai mayamda JSC gi mai gai dai sinajarani ngasibo manung je sarkana kai gubi amata lokhat pide nahangai matamdadi numi mangani suraji phauda khoi sarkada yamna thajaba thamaga tumina laibani akanba khongjang kaya ma changjandadana laibani
aigi ijaje sumaina moi ngatang chaluge mafam amada ngatang sengmai bukta ngatang chaluge haga sakhibane haba atopa moigi lamphang amamagi amta leite mangonda mai masada aigi imai sa hotel phamaga yamda kana tawraga laiminabane habani da adu moi tasena habda moi lan japa amama amta suna nate lambi lamana sakhibasida moigi jaga do changselubadagi moina phabi kimne tawgibane bata sengna hairagadi sarkar gi maikaidagi akoina governor unare tang tarusida governor unare nungdamsa puthokani haire akoi samto yam thajaba pire moina mu thajaba piram khoiju yam harauna nungaina lai semau sange sengi makta sangbo jiganda chu ngasuji yam kana akan momong de coming operation chathari aduna khoi ngasi mungdamsa puthokani haire aduju adui makhata tuminna lai khare.
The proposed statewide bandh over government's failure to trace the two missing teenage boys is extended from 4 a.m. of November 10 till 1 p.m. of November 11. JSC formed in connections with missing of the two boys yesterday announced that bandh will be imposed from 4 a.m. till 1 p.m. tomorrow. However, in view of government's failure to give any positive response into the missing case, the JSC decided to extend the strike. Speaking to media at Akham Awang Lekai today, JSC representative Sunil Kumar said the two boys have been reported missing since November 5 after they left home for a meeting at Sekmai area, but unknowingly entered Kanglatongbi area instead of their original destinations. He said even though police has arrested two suspects and recovered their mobile phones, government is yet to give any positive response on their whereabouts to the JSC and their families. Sunil Kumar warned that the JSC along with CSOs, student bodies and public intense agitation if government failed to act fast and find the missing boys before the completion of bandh period.
JSC amadi ngasige praja miyam da samamnaba ma pohale chenaba mi farga angang ani sigi likhunje hoje pawba khangan bidri basi karigino haibase acho bohang ma oire maramaduna tang taragi ayuki pung mari degi nungthilgi pung ama pawba ekoina ban chathagani haina torombudu makhatana tang taramathoi gi nungthilgi pung ama pawba ban si makhatana sangdokle hariba matam asida lengang na positive oibo response amada pibi daba targadi JSC amadi Manipur gi miyam Manipur gi leiriba civil organization amadi satra gi sangsan dingmaka khutchamnaraga makhata ba khongjang kaya Changchilagani, Hariba Matamasida, Langana, positive response, Amata Pibida, Amadi, Angang and Siki Langlan, Tangdang Bama, Kangan Bidaba Targadi, Jesina, Haribi issues, Lebamiam, the Sinazergani, Lunan Masida, Tulpa, Apapata, Kudimaki died the sea, Nasiki Langang, we Bigabani have a say, Mangjon Jesina, Lebamiam, the Amadi, Manipurgi, Langakta, Indiagamen, Langakta, Kanganjari.
A joint press release from Coordinating Committee Awang Sekmai Kanglatongbi Kanbalup, Awang Sekmai Scheduled Caste Development Committee, Awang Sekmai Kanbanupilup and Awang Sekmai Volunteer extends full support to the statewide bandh from 4 a.m. on November 10, called by JSC of two missing teenage boys. Condemning both central and state government's failure to end Manipur crisis, which has persisted for more than 6 months, Thawai Mirel appeals to fast instead of feasting on the occasion of Ningol Chakoba. Speaking to media at Thawai Mirel office in Singsamay today, Association co-convener Pisana Hanbi said measures taken by both center and state to tackle the prevailing crisis are not satisfactory. She said government is passive instead of taking actions to eliminate Kuki narco-terrorists.
Lagliba Yangi Nini Pamba Ningon Sako, Nion Singi Tang of Hangzaba Dumlaba, Sahi Yamagi Manunga Mutang Lapa Ningon Sako, Gotsi, Kumsi Sahiki, Oinati, Aquipuna Lepiner, Sahiduna, Manipurgi Tana Parava Imai Beningo Lobising, Iram the Musibo Kai, the Nabagi Damakta, Hong Kong Jet and Lepinari Imas Punamakima from the Apin Tokzabagaloinana. Hariban Milasida Sako, Lepa the Natana, Aquisara, Hendro Kongjang Junction Minaba. Amadi Lengak Mapuda, in the Agomenda, Amadi Malem Sin Batuna, I could get pain the Bokola, Sipuna Longwinabagi period, Silomina Si Haiduna, about Miamda, Tawai meeting this high to Gaf in Tauxari.
10 like-minded political parties warn of launching intense stir along with the public if the two teenage boys were not found alive. The 10 opposition parties extend solidarity to democratic protest over the missing case. Regarding this, AAP, AIFB, CPI, CPM, INC, NCP, JDU, RSP, TMC and SSU-BT held a press meet in this regard at Manipur Press Club today. Speaking to media, All India Forward Bloc AIFB State Secretary Komdram Gyaneshwar slammed the government for not solving the previous missing case of two young students, a boy and a girl, and the very recent two boys missing case. He demanded swift actions from government to find the boys and save their lives. Gyaneshwar also highlighted that armed Kuki miscreants are still carrying out firing, abductions and killings in peripheral areas of the state.
Manipur legang the Yangal Bigano, Angang and Nidiki Matoy Canbeda, Manipur legang, Tobum Topa, Sakara, Daita, Chapchan Lobiu, Masida, Aquina, Sakarna, Daita, Lortamata, Manipur Labor Political Party Tara, Punjana Aquina, Tumina Yangal Leroy, Aduka Luna, JSina, Sigi, Angang and Sigimatang, the same JSina, Loropa, Hayang Balok, Tokani Hariba, Aduka Makan Makaki, Conjunction Shalkan Hava, Sedam Aquina, Democratic Wina, Sang Conjun Punamata, like-minded political party. party tarasina hanbalate na sawat kani loina na akoi Manipur sarkar gi mathakta makoi gi angang an hisian gi bataraba adi political party tarana miyam ga loina na akanba khungsing ji makata na changjil.
The Committee on Tribal Unity, Kotu Sadar Hills, announces hesitation as the 24-hour ultimatum served to the concerned authorities to find 4 missing Kuki Zo people who were captured by an enraged mob at Kangchup Chingkong ends. Kotu took out a protest rally in Kangpokpi today, demanding release of the 2 persons, 30-year-old Lunkosai Chongloi from Si Aisan village and 28-year-old Sadgogin Hangsing from Komunong village, who had been arrested by Sanapati police in connections with the disappearance of 2 Meitei teenage boys, claiming they are innocent and have nothing to do with the missing case. All Naga Students Associations Manipur Ansam temporarily lifted economic blockade along national highways of the state in view of hardship facing people and assurance from the Minister Awangbo Nyumai on behalf of Manipur government to fulfill their 2 demands. Press note from Ansam says the decision was taken during an emergency meeting of Ansam Executive Council, units of Ansam and representative of Naga Legislative Forum held at Sele Chara Memorial Hall, Ansam Secretariat, Hamjam Senapati district today. It also says they will resume hesitations anytime in the event of failing to implement the memorandum of agreement signed on October 26 between Ansam and Government of Manipur in the presence of Chief Minister. Security forces arrested 2 cadres of Kuki National Army KNA, including a Lance Corporal of the outfit, during joint operations in More yesterday afternoon. The arrested persons are 35-year-old Saikolon Vaifai, son of Thangpao Vaifai of Jayon Vang, Tuinom Part 4 More, and Lufo Otminlal Hangmi, son of Letngam Lufo Hangmi from Yango Pokpi village More. Police said Saikolon has revealed himself as an active Lance Corporal of KNA posted at More under one self-styled Lieutenant Lunmang Haukip alias Mamang. He joined the KNA in October 2004 under Army number 1483 of 22nd Batch trained at Mino More near Assam Rifles Camp. A joint team of Special Commando, More Commando, Taubal Commando, Kakching Commando, 5th IRB, 5th Assam Rifles, 181 BSF, 156 BSF and 192 BSF stationed at More launched search operations at Jehaids Vazang village, Haulem Kopi village, ST Molen 5 village and Yangopokpi village and arrested them near a river bank at Yangopokpi village. 1 Aadhaar card, driving license, PMJAY card, 1 Realme handset with 1 Airtel and 1 Myanmar SIM cards and 1 Jupiter scooter without registration number were recovered from Saikolun, while 1 OnePlus Android mobile handset with Airtel SIM card and Myanmar SIM card were recovered from Lufo. They have been handed over to More police stations along with the seized items for further legal actions. Armed Kuki miscreants attacked paddy fields at Tera Khongsangbi area under Moirang police stations, Bishnupur district with bombs this morning. On hearing the sound bomb explosion, Meitei village volunteers in the area rushed to the site and searched for the miscreants. Additional teams of Bishnupur district police, Kumaon regiment, CRPF and BSF rushed to the area to prevent any possible fights between the village volunteers and the armed miscreants. Locals said armed Kuki miscreants have been attacking Torbung, Khongsangbi, Tronglaubi and Irengbam of Bishnupur district with guns and bombs for the past couple of days. As such, village volunteers have been stationed to guard them. Meanwhile, a large number of security forces are safeguarding these areas. Jenims Medical Students Union stays a protest meet at Jenims A block today, condemning the recent gun attack carried out by unknown miscreants at the residence of Jenims Director Professor Laisram Deben of Kakwasem Laikai. Protesting medical students said Professor Deben has been working earnestly for the progress of Jenims in his capacity as director. They condemned the attack and urged the government to book the perpetrators at the earliest and to award them befitting punishment. The protesters also demanded clarification from those who carried out the attack.
Jenims ki director oina thobu piriba koi gi oja Dr. Professor Lasham Devin Singi magi yumda koigi thonganda nongoi kapsilamagi thongdu yaningdabu utpoina koi chhatra mem hongnaraga sirin protection tawjabni koigi sar director si Manipur gi siraba tanja asida koigi sokchandana leiraba mafamsingda relief camp da chatuna koi free health camp kaya amasu tawduna dum lakli masitana tana koigi handak tasu 2023 da koigi first year da koigi tamiba isal injelika busu koina relief camp da leibadagi koina mating pangdana koi free da larik tamanbagi thaba amasu tawjari khangkhangudana magi yumda nongoi kapsandana ki akhang imungda piba si koi koi yajaningde condemn tawi amasung marineba singna kari namta tawrino haibdu athu matamda koi sengdokpiu.
Press note from Southern Sporting Union SSU Singjamai condemns the recent gun attack at the residence of Jenim's director. Socio-political commentator Chongtham Bizoy slams RIMS authority for calling RIMS MTS recruitment written test on November 12, post-recruitment notice issued more than 7 years ago. Speaking to media at his residence in Lamphel today, CH Bizoy said notification for the recruitment of 134 vacant posts for multitasking staff at RIMS Hospital was issued 7 years and 10 months ago on January 16, 2016 when Professor S. Rita was the RIMS director. He said around 18,000 candidates had applied for the post by paying an application fee of 200 rupees each, amounting to around 36 lakh rupees. However, out of the 134 vacant posts, skill test, aptitude test for the selections of only 4 candidates on PWD quota was conducted on April 1st, 2016, leaving behind 130 posts still vacant. He expressed shock that after 6 successive directors of RIMS, former RIMS director G. Sunil Kumar has notified for conducting the written test for the remaining 130 vacant posts on November 12 after a gap of nearly 8 years. Bijoy also condemned that 2 examination centers have been allotted for the exam, one in Imphal and the other in Guwahati. He asked if it was a decision to allow those who want to disintegrate Manipur appear for the exam. The socio-political commentator urged the RIMS authority to work in public interest and issue a fresh recruitment notifications and also to return off the application fees amounting 36 lakh rupees to applicants or else to donate the amount to relief camps.
Press advertise toroga any vacancy when happening mahapo mogi ministry ayaba relief camp the lady awa mayams the imum amum anitagi warasu recruitment yaw phangalaga quota piba pida by the tongana legre adu RIMS ki authority na lebagi awa the khare sympathetic oina awa ko no makoi sing do yaw bo yana ba khudong cha ba che a morally pifam to enkale makoi na aseng Manipur gi khanma mi waraga di 2000 chai tare ka tha tara surwa amama chai hendokro mayam ju phare lejeration mo yaw no lising train ban la amadi hojik handaki the listing ahum khatang lai mi listing tra amde tan tokram ne ba thajabu watna are khwari maru ri moina khongbat ki ba paisa lakh 53 plus se khogi parikha gi fee ne na khongol bi ai written parikha amga tawgidre are hari ba paisa se candidate sing da notice thoga akak na ba tarik ki manungda noigi lupa chani do with interest hanjare ge na notice sam thopiyo.
Press note from Arambai Tangol says they have no official Facebook page, Instagram or Twitter after their social media account was hacked by some unscrupulous people to post content to create disharmony and tensions. It appeals to the public not to like, share, comment, react or follow any social media accounts with the name Arambai Tangol and to report the same immediately. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on widespread protest meets held today urging relevant authorities to find the 2 missing boys. So keep watching Impact News.
Akari.
Washing machine lang tayo dito.
Yani apam budum yung biyo.
No, for delay bro.
Koi choice di offer tong kai siya na zani.
This delay but TV sing this day medium mo size ni yung dito po niyo.
Makal kuding ni loy pangani da. Koi medyo hapna pijari bo for si koi 45% phaw dum offer lay gin. Sigi side by side ki free zoom low mo madam jana. Koi sigi double blow jai. Sigi mo free da happy.
Yam phare ni de.
Langshin Biro, Pena Departmental Store, Sagolban, Mabudong Mantri Laikai, Salam, Awang Laikai, Shanghai Tel Road, Miam Gidamak Pangbigani, Tongan ba items sing, grocery, cosmetics, cookeries, household appliances, furniture sing, Apaba Makalki product sing, washing machine, freeze, mattress namade, Laitengi Oiba Makalkagi items sing, Ataba Mamalda, heavy discount pijari, loan gi Kudong Javasu pijari.
Triangle Tutorial Center, Sangaipuro near LF School. Admission to open. Laklib December 3 class 10 revision course Hokjiragani Amadi Laklib January Gitang Ohumdagi class 9 class 10 foundation course su Hokjiragani. Chahi Kunhana teaching experience Lerpat Natana Bossem the coordinator Kayarak Koibira faculty singna math, science, English, MM social science subjects in Takwi Tambiri. Relief camp ki Satu Singi Oina admission fee Lokjeroi Amadi Nopa Amadi Nupiki Tongamba boarding su Thamjiri. Akopa Moral Gidamak 9862315038 Natraga, Echo office link Birakuna Kambiagani.
15 days gynecological laparoscopic surgery camp from 6 to 28 November 2023 at Caesar Hospitals, Langol and Caesar Arbang OPD Kesampan. Ever free OPD consultation with our expert, 15% concession on diagnostic and procedures. For registration, contact Caesar Hospitals.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Widespread protest meets were carried out today along the Imphal-Kangchup Road and in Lamsang constituency, urging relevant authorities to find the two missing teenage boys. Protest meets were held at Senjam Chirang, Senjam Kuno, Lamsang Bazar, Tauthang Lamkai, Lamdeng Kuno, Lamboykong Nangkong and Naremthong Kulem Laikai. Speaking on the sideline, Secretary of Kaunu Laima Chanura Lup Senjam Chirang Haikam Ambrapati said there is high speculations that the boys had been kidnapped by Kuki militants and urged the BJP government to trace them at the earliest. She also said people in Lamsang constituency are suffering frequent bomb and firing attacks from armed Kuki miscreants and farmers are unable to work in their paddy fields. She appealed to bring peace. Locals of Harikagong Makong in Imphal East also stay sit-in urging government to find the missing boys. Lamdeng Merapaibilup Ahum also held sit-in over the two teenage boys missing case. Protesters demanded relevant authorities to promptly find the two boys and handing them over to their families. Students took out protest demonstrations at Tidim Road today, urging relevant authorities to find the two missing boys from Akam Awang Laikai. Students from Regular English High School, Pitambara English School and RM School, Kwakitel took part in the protest meet organized by Tidim Apunba Merapaibi. They urged the government to book all perpetrators involved in the missing case. They expressed apprehension and discontentment that the missing of the two teenage boys is a second such incident after the disappearance of two students earlier in July. Students from various schools and colleges staged a sit-in today under the banner of Northeast Students Organizations NESO demanding restoration of peace and normalcy in the state. The sit-in was staged at Kaisampat Laimazam Laikai Community Hall. Protesting students condemned both center and state for failing to end the prevailing crisis. RIM security intercepted journalists who went for media coverage at the hospital premises in Lumfield this morning around 10. The media persons went there to cover a report on those admitted at the hospital for bullet injuries as well as on an incident of vandalism by some miscreants at the hospital premises. However, they were stopped by the security guards stating that permission from RIM's medical superintendent is required. On the other, upon contacting the RIMS MS said he has not placed any restrictions. Mahut RD and PR Minister Y. Khemchan fleck off exposure visits of women SHGS members to water treatment plants under Jal Diwali as part of Water for Women, Women for Water campaign of Union Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs today from City Convention Center Palace compound. Speaking on the occasion, the minister said exposure visit to the water treatment plants was organized with an aim to give awareness to the women that they should use water judiciously. He said due to climatic civic change, people are facing the impact of water scarcity, and as such, understanding of water management is extremely necessary. He said women play a very vital role in water management at micro level, and the exposure will help them in using water sensibly and in proper manner. The Jal Diwali is a campaign under the Atal Mission for Rejuvenations and Urban Transformations and National Urban Livelihood Mission. Members of women self-help groups are taken for a tour to water treatment plants for first-hand knowledge about functionings of the plant and processes involved in delivering clean and safe water. Today's exposure visits of water treatment plant at Chingkhaiching and Porompat was jointly organized by State Mission Director Amrut Manipur and State Mission Director Dindayal Antyodaya Yojana DAY-NULM in associations with Public Health Engineering Department, Manipur. Of SHGS took part in the visit. Mahud Commissioner M. Joy, Mahud Director and State Mission Director Amrut, among others, were present on the occasion.
Climate change ki hongai ba Manipur dasu ngasi mayam ubirang gani Imphal turen si a makha yogre Imphal da laiba ayamba Imphal turen si depend orkan ising thakpani adu ising water level si nungju panda su loigre Hadi nungju pada lakado basu wat ibani na sidal lai water level si koi singi awa basi thengna do lai rabadi so ashi dai na thamjani gi si kari gumba water supply scheme leiba jaga sing da koi tap water si adum thado ko tameng manak nak drain ga si adum sing ga si adum pik than sen bai tare jaga amtana phangdaba ana koi self help group Imphal menung da leiba self help group sing si makoi gi sum mateng lor kanda koi sing si hadi sing sung bagi awa ba sing thakna ba sing puthok bagi awa ba mayam di yang halakanda basi sing sil dikna sinam bi pandama manin thamjari adum ngasi madu yeng bu chatbagi koi lamtharani.
Manipur State Legal Services Authority observed National Legal Service Day 2023 at the court complex in Lamphel today. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Justice of High Court of Manipur, Siddharth Mridul, stressed that it is the duty and responsibility of those in legal professions to provide necessary legal aid to people and ensure their fundamental rights. Chief Justice Siddharth Mridul lauded MASLSA for rendering its service in every nook and corner of Manipur and raising legal awareness to people. He recounted a case related to missing of children in Delhi and how para-legal volunteers took an active role in finding them. He mentioned about initiating move to adopt such model to help solve similar cases in the state. A commendation ceremony to motivate legal officers who delivered outstanding services in the current year was also held on the occasion. High Court Judge cum MASLSA Executive Chairman Justice A. Bimol, Justice A. Guneshwar and Justice Golmai Gaifusilu Kabui graced the event.
With the assistance of my brothers and sisters, I propose that we extend it to all cases where complainants who belong to the most vulnerable sections of society, when they are either summoned to the police station or whenever they approach a police station seeking assistance or recording of a complaint, they are assisted by paralegal volunteers. The paralegal volunteers in turn will inform the complainants or the accused of their constitutional right to legal representation, of their constitutional right to consult a legal professional even at the pre-arrest stage.
Poor harvest is likely from paddy fields like Kaboro Lokon and Hydrok Lokon of Kaibi Kulen village, Bishnupur district this year owing to ineffective cultivations in the wake of scanty rain and prevailing unrest. Speaking to media at the village today, Kaibi Kulen Development Committee Vice President BM appealed to paddy land owners to come and inspect the same to avoid any misunderstandings over payment of their share from tenant farmers. He also appealed to government for timely distributions of winter crop seeds to farmers. With an aim to bring peaceful coexistence in the state, Jiliangrong United Committee Manipur Valley will hold a youth convention for Jiliangrong community on November 26. The event will be held at Ragailong Centenary Community Hall. Jiliangrong United Committee Manipur Valley President Maibon Faumei announced the same at an event held at Food Plaza in Mahabali Buikul, where the youth convention wall poster was released. Senior Resident Medicine Department Janims Dr. Pofulung Kabui and members of Jiliangrong United Committee Manipur Valley attended the event.
Team Maguna, I do pay Kamana, pay she focused over the Kamana, some singing future, the Kamai singing, the Liminary of Punamak, that Punamaki, and Putan San Nariba indigenous groups, the Kamana, pay Puna, Lingian Hakapuraga, Manipur, she England Tapna, Labia, and the Mokta, Masi Kamai, Tosi, Havigi, Maru, Mamadiki Tim, the Pay Yamna, Utama, we begin Kangavia, the what I find in a Masi. Kangmin of Masangi had a Masigi organized opening have a
21st Foundation Day of Jiri Imamaira Paibi Apun Belup Jimpal was observed today at its office premises in Babupara, Jiribam district. Attendees offered floral tribute and observed a moment of silence as a mark of respect to departed office bearers of Jimpal. Speaking on the sidelines, Jiri College Assistant Professor Dr. Arun Kumar Mangang urged women folk in the state to lead their children in the right path for a better society. 86th Battalion CRPF provided metal roofing sheets for restoration of the Youth Club Hall in Longmai Part 5, Nonay District. CRPF took the initiative as a part of Civic Action Program. Manipur Science and Technology Council MASTEC, in associations with local aquarists and floriculturists of the state, will organize state-level aquarium exhibition cum flower show and training workshop on fabrications of aquarium at Manipur Science Aquarium, DM University Campus, Imphal from November 21 to 27. Now, the sports news. Manipur has bagged a total of 9 medals, including 5 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze medals in judo event of the 37th National Games under the aegis of Indian Olympic Associations in Goa, which ends today. The Khelambam Inunganbi in women's 70 kg category and Maibam Indubala in women's 78 kg category, El Sanat Tombi in women's 48 kg category and El Jagadis in men's 66 kg category won a gold medal each. Mixed team of El Jagadis, TH Ningthemba, H Bir Kamal, H Subhasini, T Inunganbi and El Rosni also added another gold. El Monalisa of women's 48 kg category and H Sunibala in women's 63 kg category won a silver medal each, while N Sarda in women's 52 kg category and I Kalpana in women's 63 kg category won a bronze medal each. Manipur team was managed by S Ranbir, men's coach was TH Sanatomba and women's coach was A Surjit and M Devane was technical representative. Changangai Junior High School in Imphal kicked off Annual Sports and Cultural Meet 2023 today. Addressing the opening ceremony, Imphal West Zone 1, DIKH Anil encouraged students to engage in sports and culture-related activities as it inculcates discipline and good manners. Education as former Director S. Hamungo, School Headmistress CH Damayanti, Changangai Gram Panchayat Zila Parishad Member S. Rahul Kuman and SMC Convener A. Narjit graced the event held at Changangai Chaudhuri Pukri Playground Airport Road. March past parade by student contingents of Changangai Junior High School highlighted the event.
Kala Sanskriti Sana Panavasi, culture heritage, the way say Sanaba, no sincere London City, Savona, Lapa, Manipur societies, the Wana, HGP of Malayanda, Satai, Badumba, Tati, Yemini, Manipulise, Masi, Zapataway, Dagan, Sanaba Sikarino, Sanabesta Karikari, Discipline Chari, Masana Karikari, Kairagadi, कोई पुंसीदा करी कोई भी हॉबी होने थमगदरा प्रोफेशनल कोई भी आगदरा है सिटी में मतलब लेके आगाम सिटी टैलेंट सिटी हन तो उन चल जामे आगाम में से आइडेंटिफाई तो बियो बिकाज सिस्टम होना भी है ना सपोर्ट होना भी लकी नहीं है कि साथ जगह डिपार्टमेंट साइड अगम बापैना पामन नंबर पेंग पंजगे.
Press note from Lainingthau Puthiba Physical Center, Jim Kurai Thoidingzam Laikai expresses happiness on Kurai Thoidingzam Laikai resident Ningthauzam Joykanta Mite winning a silver medal at the Master 50 Plus Years Bodybuilding Championship of IFBB Mr. Universe 2023 recently held in Maharashtra's Aurangabad. Wangu Tera Unity Idol Club and locals accorded a warm welcome to woman footballer Morangtem Ambika Chanu from Wangu Tera Awang Laikai Kakching district who had participated in 37th National Games, Goa. Manipur women's football team had clinched a silver medal at the Goa Games. Ambika is the third daughter of Morangtem Sanaton and Mataulebi. She started her footballing career from Women Football Academy, Kakching. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Mothers of two missing teenage boys from Akham Awang Laikai decry government's failure in finding their boys. JSC extends statewide bandh until 1 p.m. of November 11. Condemning government's failure to end Manipur crisis, Thawai Mirel appeals to go on hunger strike instead of celebrating Ningol Chakoba. Ten like-minded political parties all set to launch intense agitations along with public if two missing teenage boys were not found alive. Committee on Tribal Unity Kotu Sadar Hills announces agitations as 24-hour ultimatum served to relevant authorities to find 4 Kuki Zo people missing from Kangchup Chingkong ends. Ansam suspends economic blockade along national highways in view of hardship facing people and assurance from Minister Awangbo Nyumai on behalf of government to fulfill their demands. Two cadets, including Lance Corporal of Kuki National Army KNA, an outfit under suspension of operation, arrested during joint operations from Yango Pokpi village, More. And socio-political commentator Chongtam Bizoy demands cancellations of upcoming written exam for recruitment of RIMS MTS. Demands RIMS authority to issue fresh notifications. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Prime Time Manipur Bulletin. So have a great evening and stay safe.